and what are your thoughts for tonight?
Well, it's an improved night. Well, it's been an improved day and an improved night. The rain hasn't been as heavy, as widespread, and we haven't had that training like we had yesterday. And really, we have been relatively dry across the city. We've had a few showers here and there, but a lot of the focus is a little bit more on the North Shore. And the reason is there is, believe it or not, even in late June, a weak cold front. Now, that doesn't do anything for our temperatures or humidity, but it acts as a focus for most of our rain, which is kind of why it looks like it's all developing along some kind of invisible line. That is the front. As it's not really going to be moving any farther south, most of our rain through the night will be on the North Shore, and thankfully it's not been as widespread nor as heavy. Now, some of the storms do have some fairly decent rainfall rates, 2.28 inches per hour, over 2.5 inches per hour, almost 2 inches per hour within some of these more isolated storms. So yes, they are heavy, but it's not the 4 to 6 inches per hour that we saw yesterday, nor are they as large, nor are we seeing them just keep moving over the same locations like we had over the metro area. And notice, relatively dry across the city. Had some showers that were over the river parishes that have all but fizzled as they move toward the metro area. And we do have this other little kind of surface trough that is helping to get the showers and thunderstorms going near the mouth of the river and farther offshore. But again, with most of our development along that boundary, which is not going to be moving any farther south, any additional rain through the next couple of hours will likely stay more on the North Shore and through the Florida parishes. Tomorrow, kind of a similar setup. That stalled boundary is still going to be with us, albeit kind of a weakening front, and we may see a little bit more of our development along that boundary, but tomorrow our rain coverage is going to be far less than what we saw even today. And rainfall accumulation has not been all that much, only 0.06 of an inch downtown, 1/10 of an inch Kenner. But again, most of our rain was on the North Shore, but of course, Hammond and Slidell not reporting anything at the moment. Overcast skies outside at the moment. At least the clouds and rainfall have kept our temperatures down. We're at 82 degrees with a dew point of 75, and our high today was only 87, so we stayed relatively cool for this time of year. Clouds and rainfall won't be quite as extensive tomorrow, so we'll likely see those highs getting into the 80s. Now, our temperatures at the moment are in the 70s and 80s thanks to a little bit more rainfall that has been developing later this afternoon. Now, at times, we did get to those temperatures into the upper 80s and dew points high enough that it did send, at times this afternoon, our heat indices into the upper 90s and triple digits. So sometimes the rainfall doesn't really help us out because it cools you off for a few minutes, but as soon as it moves on, the humidity is extremely high, and that sun gets those heat indices values very, very high. Notice the drier air on water vapor across a good portion of the state. This is an upper trough that has helped to push this front into the area, but notice the motion of this upper trough. Not pushing south, it's pushing due east. So the front that is over us is becoming a stationary boundary, so it's not going to be moving any farther south as we go through the night and into tomorrow. And really during the day tomorrow, we are going to see that frontal boundary begin to kind of weaken a bit as we go through tomorrow and into early on Thursday, kind of a dissipating system. An upper ridge, I'm not sure why our graphic started so long here, but an upper ridge is going to start building in, which will help to dry us out as we head into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Then by the end of the weekend and start of next week, we're going to see this little tropical wave kind of move across the Gulf of Mexico. And by the time it gets here Sunday and into Monday, likely helping to increase our rain chances a bit more as we head into the start of next week. So another wetter day tomorrow, but drier than we had been the last couple of days, and a high of 90. Then lower, maybe even some mid-90s as that high pressure ridge builds in, and relatively dry. Upper ridge breaks down, that little tropical wave moves our way, temperatures come down, and rain chances begin to come back up as we head into next week. Not worrying about that tropical disturbance, by the way, early next week developing into anything tropical. And that little wave we had mentioned yesterday, now only been giving a 20% chance as it approaches the islands. Upper shear looks like it's going to be ripping that system apart. So most rain ends. May still see a few lingering showers, especially on the North Shore. Overnight tonight, lows in the 70s. Tomorrow afternoon, about a 40, maybe 50% chance for scattered showers and a few storms, and a high of around 90 degrees. I should also say maybe a few isolated downpours. Highs into the lower, maybe some mid-90s, and drier as we head into the start of the weekend. A little tropical wave will likely start to increase our rain chances a little bit more by early next week.
All right, Chris, thank you. Well,